Live from the Dunkin Latte Lounge.
All right, well, my name is Vella, and I'll be doing some originals. This one is called Out of Control. Behind your mask, I know you got secrets. What are you hiding? You treat me so bad, not giving me nothing. Let me make this clear. If you don't know what you got right here, baby, this ain't going anywhere. 'Cause it seems like you can't figure it out. Why did you have to lead me? Oh, why can't I let these feelings go? Stuck in this cycle, it feels like, oh, you got me spiraling out of control. Saw that red flag, thought I knew better. What was I thinking? No turning back, the spell has been broken. Watch me disappear. If you don't know what you got right here, baby, this ain't going anywhere. 'Cause it seems like you can't figure it out. Why did you have to lead me? Oh, why can't I let these feelings go? Stuck in this cycle, it feels like, oh, you got me spiraling out of control. Here I go again, coming to an end. Try to let you in, but you don't seem to care, babe. You made a mess of it. No, I can help you fix it, baby. Yeah. Why did you have to lead me? Oh, why can't I let these feelings go? Stuck in this cycle, it feels like, oh, you got me spiraling out of control. Why did you have to lead me? Oh, why can't I let these feelings go? Stuck in this cycle, it feels like, oh, you got me spiraling out of control. This next song is, well, it's cover actually. I love singing this one. This one's called Icy Red. Did y'all really think I'd just forgive and forget? Oh no. After catching you with her, your blood should run cold, so cold. You're two-time and cheat, lying wannabe. You're a fool. If you thought that I'd just let this go, I see red, red, oh red. A gun to your head, head to your head. Now all I see is red, red, red. Did you really just say she didn't mean anything. Oh no, I remember those words when I come for your soul. Know that you dug your own grave, now lying there. You're so cruel, but revenge is a desperate search. Oh, I see red, red, oh red. A gun to your head, head to your head. Executioner style. No, there won't be no trial. Don't you know that you're better off dead? All I see is red, red, oh red. Now all I see is ooh, oh, yeah. Run, hide on your soul. Done. You better see with one eye open tonight. I see red, red, oh red. A gun to your head, head to your head. No, yeah. Executioner style. No, there won't be no trial. Don't you know that you're better off dead? All I see is red, red, oh red. Now all I see is red, red, red. Woo. All right. So this last song is from my new album that just came out called Vella, which is my name. So it's a self-titled album. But this one is called Happiness. This one's my favorite song from the album, and I hope you enjoy. Easy come, easy go. Don't take it personal. I'm not the one for you. Take it from me. Too much to figure out. Just gonna weigh me down. Sorry to leave it now, but I gotta breathe. See, I know part of my evolution. It's time to make a new resolution. Yeah. I'm moving up, hitting the road. I don't know what time it is. I'm taking up like a rolling stone. I've gotta find my happiness. It's time to cut the string. This ain't the life for me. I've got much bigger dreams. We're not the same. Guess I'm a single type. I go after what I like, and I won't apologize for living my life. See, you're no part of my evolution. It's time to make a new resolution. Yeah, I'm moving on, hitting the road. I don't know what time it is. I'm taking up like a rolling stone. I've gotta find my happiness. Thank you.
Please welcome Vella to our Dunkin Latte Lounge.
Woo woo. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so of course, I mean, we're all sitting here with our jaws on the floor, and I'm sure this is like so annoying because I'm sure we just heard our friend Danielle say this. That voice comes out of that body. I mean, but I'm sure every time you open your mouth, everybody kind of has that same shocked reaction. Are you like over it? Are you just like, yes, this is me. I sing like that.
I still get giggly over it. I'm like, thank you.
I mean, it's like a voice that we haven't heard in a really, really long time. And you started singing at a very early age. I guess I want to know that moment that you realized that sound could come out of you. Like, was there a moment where you're like, oh, I didn't know I could do that? Because we all try to sing when we're younger and it just doesn't sound like that.
So when I first started, it was when I was 7, like you said. And my big influence, I always say this, but it was my dad. He played the piano, and I remember vividly when I was 7, I would just watch him play, and I'm like, oh my God, I want to be a part of this. Like, I want to sing. And then he was like, wait a second, I think we have something going on here. And I just remember him videotape me singing Rolling in the Deep and post it on YouTube. And it's still up, and it has 10,000 views.
I want to know, when you first heard that sound, were you like, oh my God, yes, she's paying for her own college. This is what? Yeah. Retiring, I'm good. I mean, it's just out of this world. Pretty incredible. So your dad puts that cover on YouTube, and you get a lot of views. And what does that feel like? You're like,
when I was 7, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
And then did you get formal training or?
Yes, okay. I started doing vocal lessons when I was 8 or 9, and then basically.
Yeah. Wow. And this is what it developed into. Yes. So I also read that you call yourself, or you were referred to as the love child of Amy Winehouse and Janis Joplin.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if somebody may have written that, but I mean, what influences what influences have you gotten from each of them?
I definitely, I will say it is. There's a very big similarity.
Yeah. But
they're very two big idols of mine that I looked up to ever since I was a little kid. Mm-hmm. So I just remember just listening to them all the time. And for example, I would also listen to the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, all those type of people when I was younger. And I guess that's how it inspired me to sing. Very powering and powerhouse-like,
Yeah, give us a little Valerie.
Valerie.
What? Dude, okay, so I just have to say, when we forced you to sound check, she didn't even need to sound check. She's like, and then I'm like, okay, are you done? I mean, the confidence that you have when you get up and sing, where does that come from?
Well, ever since I was little, I would just perform in front of people, and I would absolutely love it. I remember because I had a condo at the beach, and I remember going out on the beach, and there would be groups of people, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna sing for y'all, and y'all gonna freaking listen. So I would just sing my heart out in front of these strangers, and they're like, oh my God, who is this kid?
Did they give you dollar bills? Did they always give you money? Come on.
No, and then my parents were like, where is she?
Where is she? Oh, there she is. That's a great way to find you if you ever get lost in a mall or something. Know, just sing, and they'll follow the sound. Okay, so then, and I love this because, we all went through a really traumatizing time during COVID. The pandemic changed all of our lives, and it changed yours, but for the better. You were at home, I guess, bored, isolated like the rest of us, and you just decided to jump on TikTok.
Yes, that's basically what happened. And then how my record label found me was through an Amy Winehouse cover that I did on TikTok as well, and the rest was history.
So you did I See Red. It goes viral. Give me the pre-viral life and the post-viral life.
Pre-viral life, I was COVID, I was bored out of my mind, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do videos on TikTok. And at first it was all slow at first. I'm like, I don't mind, because for me personally, I didn't care about the likes or anything. I just wanted my voice to be heard. And it happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
Well, I think that's why people, besides the voice, obviously, I think a lot of people really take to you because you get on, you turn the video on, you sit down in some bathroom and you just belt. I mean, you're not worried about, like you said, lighting. You know, we see your full face. You're authentic, all natural. I mean, do you know how inspiring that is to young girls who watch you? Because we're all looking at filters and all that kind of stuff.
You don't need to have any of those things. Like, just be you and yourself. Stay true to yourself. That was like the whole message of mine when I was starting out, because I would not have like no makeup on or anything in these videos, because like I'm like, dude, this is who I am as a person. Like, here I am.
Yeah. It's got to be validating.
Oh, yeah. It's very important, especially in these times, you know. Gotta speak your truth.
Absolutely. I'm so glad, like, this is so cheesy, but I'm so glad, like, authenticity is coming back. It really is. Like, we just want real. We just want to, like, see people for who they are. Like,
real stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, so you get signed. You put out your debut album. It's called Vella.
Yes.
And I read, I hate when I talk to artists. I'm like, here's what your label told me about you. You get into the studio and you sing with the lights off.
Yes.
Okay, why? What's the reason for that?
So like, oh my God, that's so funny you said that. Wait, how do you know that?
That's our job. We research you.
That
I know
is
things
weird.
you don't even know I know.
So the reason why is I want to be in my own zone and stuff. So that's the reason why I like it normally dark. I don't see anything. I'm just in my own world, in my own mind, and my mindset, and just focused on what I have to do in the studio.
Where do you go? Like where? So because you even did it up here, you were singing, your eyes were closed. Like it feels like you transformed somewhere else.
I don't even know where I go at the most of the time. I don't even know where I go. I just like go back. I'm like, oh, I'm here.
I'm done. And that was so. Are we getting lunch now? Like we're done, and we're all just sitting here like. So how does the process go? Do you write as well or write?
Yes,
okay.
I do. Yes.
So what's that like? Do you come up with the words first, the melodies? Is it like a simultaneous process?
I think the first thing we start off is I started off definitely with the melody at first, because I think that's the first thing, and then you go over like the writing and like where nitpick on like how it'll sound with it, you know. But that's definitely melody first for sure.
Okay, so if there's people who haven't checked out your album yet, self-titled Vella, what's one song that you really want people to listen to or that you're excited for people to hear?
I definitely like this one song from the album called Pushin', because I love the message, because I always talk about this. I talk about like how that it's okay to set boundaries, especially when someone's being very much pushy towards you or something, because I wrote the song about this guy that was very pushing his feelings on me and stuff, and I didn't like that, so I set a boundary. I'm like, you know what, I don't like you that way. Here is how it's gonna go. So I wrote about that, and I think it's so important, especially now, because like you need to set your boundaries, and it is okay to say no, especially. Like I think it's so important to talk about that.
No is a full sentence.
Yeah. Mm-hmm, absolutely.
I think like being so young and having sort of that awareness that that's something very important to do. I think how does that carry out into your professional life? Because I'm sure there's a ton of people who want you to do this, who are telling you to do that. Like how do you kind of set boundaries for yourself as such a young artist and a female in the music industry? Because it can be tough.
Definitely can. Like, I mean, like I sometimes I'm like, okay, am I comfortable with this or am I not? I'll try it out at first. Let's say that. Like I try it out, and if I'm not okay with it, I'm like, okay. But if it's necessary, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try it again and again and again, and I'm gonna make it work.
Yeah.
You know.
So just use your voice.
Just use my voice.
Encourage everyone to use their voice.
Exactly.
Okay, so I would imagine if we got a little taste of your live show, just a tiny itty bitty taste, wasn't enough. What is your live show when you're in front of a bigger crowd? Like, what can people expect, like when they come to watch you?
Definitely a fun time, that's for sure.
Hey.
Every time I always end up performing, it's like I always make sure that everyone's gonna have a fun time. It's gonna sound amazing. It's gonna sound perfect, and I always make sure the stage presence is always important to me, because I feel like that's where to get the crowd going and stuff, and just to let loose. And yeah.
The confidence, just the confidence, you guys. You opened for Ed Sheeran, right?
Yes.
In your hometown, Tampa.
Yes.
What was that like?
Crazy. When I first heard about it, I'm like, what? Is this real? Like, what are you talking about? What?
Ed, the guy who sings.
Like, what?
Yeah.
No, but it was really surreal for me, because I was like, oh my God, like Ed Sheeran. That's Ed Sheeran. Like,
the guy.
it's so funny because we're like both ginger and everything.
Oh my God.
The whole like ginger performance.
The Ginger Crew.
Yes.
Now he finally has another one.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, I
Yeah,
love this for
absolutely.
him.
Yeah.
You got to come together. It's like not a lot of you out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is for sure, though.
So do you get nervous when you do a big show like that?
No.
No. Where?
It's
Wow.
because I've done it for a long time.
I
Because
guess, yeah.
not only that is when I first started singing, I was also a part of a singing and dance group in Tampa. So they taught you how to have a stage presence and how to engage with like the audience and stuff. And I did that when I was like 8 or 7, and I was there for probably 10 years. So I learned a lot from the.
I love that you're saying that because like artist development doesn't exist today with like TikTok and all of our social stuff. So that's so important, and clearly you're the result of hard work and just pure talent. All right, so what's next? We got the album. Are you doing like a tour? Are you going back on the road? Like what's happening?
So I'm doing a couple of shows in LA. I'm doing one actually at the Aviator Nation Dreamland location in Malibu. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, I'm doing a couple shows in LA and possibly later on a tour.
Hey,
Later on.
Okay, so let's leave all the young girls watching this. Like, just I don't know, something you want them to know. Just a message, like anything. Anybody who's like your age, 19, and just trying to do what they love to do. Let's give them a little bit of like words of encouragement, advice.
Just stay true to yourself, and just if someone says something bad about you, just brush it off, because at a certain point it's not gonna like matter like in like years and stuff. Just be true to yourself, and yeah, that's it.
And have talent. It's important. We're in the Dunkin Latte Lounge. America runs on Dunkin.
Yes.
So if you could have, let's say, a latte. By the way, do you have a favorite kind of latte?
Iced caramel.
Okay. If you could have an iced caramel with anybody in the world, who would it be? Just you and this person. Okay. You have to say the person that you just struggled at in your mind. I know there was someone that just popped in. Come on, we're keeping it real, Vella.
Harry Styles.
I mean, hello.
That's
Obviously,
that popped up.
And you know what's crazy is you could actually make that happen. Like
Oh my God.
that could actually be a thing.
I would die if I ever saw him. I would pass out. He's amazing.
Have you seen him perform live?
Yes, he's amazing. I love him. He's a
You're literally smiling for like 2 hours. It's the best show ever.
His stage presence is also amazing
incredible.
too.
Vella, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Please come back anytime.
Yes.
Please. That was just one of the most incredible performances we've had in this room so far. Like, I
Thank
think
you.
everybody can attest to that. So check out the album, Vella, debut, and
Yes.
I just feel like we're gonna see so much from you in the future. So
Thank you. I appreciate it.
of course.
To see more videos like this, check out DunkinLatteLounge.com. And if you're posting on social, use the hashtag Dunkin Latte Lounge.